Hi friends, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to October 31st. It is the last day of Vlogtober Live. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching live or watching on the replay, I'm so glad you're here. I don't expect that I'll have a lot of viewers actually live today because it is Halloween evening, and so people are probably either taking the kids trick-or-treating or having a little gathering, or maybe they have just already tucked in for the evening. But I had a really busy, well, I shouldn't say that. I had a really full last few days, so I'm so sorry that I didn't go live the last couple of days. My husband and I took a much needed couple day rest and retreat vacation. We went to a resort on the outskirts of Austin that I actually found out about by watching another YouTuber's video, and I'll post her video down below. We were trying to find a really cute place to take just a very, very quick trip. My husband had some time off that he needed to use up, and this was a window of time that we had to use it, and we didn't take a vacation this summer. And so we were doing some research and trying to find somewhere that we could just kind of make a reservation quickly. And I remembered an old video from YouTuber Marnie Goldberg, and she and her family took a trip there this summer and she vlogged about it. So I'll put the link down below to that video, because if you're looking for this kind of place, it was absolutely incredible. We had a wonderful time. I did a YouTube live on the way there, and guys, thank you so much. I'm apologizing and asking for grace because of the quality of the video. I was trying to do a live while we were on our way, and everything was fine and ready to go and set up, and then my tripod kept falling down. So thank you for your patience, and I hope you've watched that video. I'll have it in the playlist of the Vlogtober Lives, but I thought it would be fun to finish off Vlogtober Live by sharing with you guys my October favorites. I'm sorry that I don't have an Essential Rewards unboxing for you yet, but I ordered my October order so late in the month that it's actually gonna be here probably within the next, I would say within the next few days to week top. So it'll probably be here way before a full week has passed. And of course, I'll film that and share that with you guys like I always do, but that's why I didn't get to share an October Essential Rewards unboxing in Vlogtober Live. And I was going to shoot this video tomorrow, but I thought, you know what? I just wanted to make sure and come on and say hello, hang out with you guys. I want to thank you so, so much for watching my Vlogtober Live videos. It's really meant a lot to have this community here, and I'm gonna keep this momentum going. Obviously, I will not be going live almost every single day next month, but I will definitely keep these videos going and try and figure out a time that works best for everybody, because I really enjoy going live and chatting with you guys. So instead of shooting just a regular video on my other camera, I just have a handful of favorites this month, and I've been vlogging them throughout the month as we have chatted in these videos, and so I thought I would share them for you. Hi, Michelle. Good evening. So glad you're watching. Glad to have somebody on tonight. My husband and I don't have kids, but we did pass out some candy. So we actually left our trip. We left the resort today, I'd say early afternoon, and made some stops, and then had crazy weather, lots and lots of big storms that we were driving through to get home. And so we didn't get home until later than we thought. And my husband thought, oh, there's no way that we're gonna have trick-or-treaters out by the time we get home. And luckily at one of our stops, I had picked up a couple bags of candy, because we got home, we were unloading our car, and tons of trick-or-treaters were coming by, even with if the rain out. They had their parents with them and stuff. So we still got to pass out candy, which was really fun, but we don't have any kids that we take out. So it was really fun to see the kids out here, that the rain did not stop them from having some fun this evening. So yeah, so I thought I'm gonna enjoy that a little bit, and then we turned the lights out when we had like 4 pieces of candy left, because I was excited. They took it all. And I thought I would just wait and do this live video until that time had passed. So anyway, you know how I like to gab. All right, I'm gonna start with some Young Living favorites, because shock and horror, shock and awe, surprise, surprise, I don't have a huge amount of Young Living favorites, which is crazy. Oh, thank you, Michelle. She says, I'm gonna miss your lives in November. Oh, well, Michelle, if you just turned on, I am definitely going to do more live videos, because doing Vlogtober Live has really shown me how much I enjoy it. I like being able to just come on and talk and interact with you guys and share things in live time. I mean, while, thank you, Michelle, yay. So while I apologize that sometimes they might be a little longer video and a little more babbly, I hope that it's just really about honestly, it's truly just about the connection with you guys. So I won't be doing them as often, I have to confess, because I am getting ready to go into rehearsals for a show. So I'm trying to figure out if I can add that in there. I've said this before in other videos, if you guys haven't watched, but I am an actor and I perform in musicals and sometimes plays, but mostly musicals. And so when I'm in that process, most often because of what is the theater union or the Broadway union, there are very strict rules if you're not doing a community theater production of what you can video and things like that, because I thought it would be so much fun to do these videos from rehearsal, but usually you have to really be careful about that because of the theater union. You know, even if you're at a community theater, you just have to be careful because of copyright and stuff like that. But I'm wondering if like I can do a chat with you either on the way or on the way home or after I've done a rehearsal, or I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate that in because it's an interesting process and I've had people ask about it. So if you guys want to hear more about my theater rehearsals and kind of that whole process and way that I work with that on my channel more, let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to figure out the best way to film that. But I say all that to say that I start rehearsals for the first ever Christmas show. I can't remember, I may have done one Christmas show in college, and I did a show regionally in the city where I was going to school, but I don't even know if I did that. I mean, it would have been a really long time ago. I don't really ever remember doing a Christmas themed musical, and I'm gonna do it with a small cast. It's gonna be a small show, and we start rehearsing on Monday. And the cool thing is a lot of times the rehearsals are in the evenings, and this will be rehearsals during the daytime. So I'm definitely gonna have to kind of shift and look at my schedule and see. Oh yes, Michelle, thanks. Excited, yes. So I'm gonna have to kind of look at my schedule and see when is the best time with you guys and the best time with my schedule to do those live videos. So I will let you guys know that. But because my schedule will be changing just a little bit, it really, honestly, with this show, I should have more time still in my evenings and weekends to get to go on live videos. So never you fear, if you enjoy my live videos, there will be more coming. So please say hello in the comments if you come on and watch the video live. We are celebrating the end of Vlogtober live here with October favorites. I'm getting ready to dig into them for you. And please give the video a thumbs up and like and subscribe if you haven't already. So as I was saying a minute ago, before I went on my tangent, because you know, that's how I roll sometimes, I have been using, of course, I use tons of Young Living products. I shared in my travel favorites video, the last live I had. I'm pointing this way like it's somewhere over there, but you know, if you're looking at the videos in a lineup on my channel, it would be the one right before this one, clearly. Whew, can you tell I'm tired? We've been on the road a long time today, and I'm a little sleepy. I've got my tea here. That's pretty much the only thing that's keeping me going. So good. But yes, what was I saying? I have been using tons of products. I showed you guys the supplement holder that I have from Young Living in that travel video. That's what I was trying to get out. And I thought about, I probably should have gone into a more supplement heavy video, but I've shared what Young Living supplements I use in previous videos and vlogs too. So I'll have to find some of those and link them below. But so I say that I've only got a couple of favorites here to share because I try really hard to share different favorites every month. I try not to have a repeat favorite from Young Living stuff just because there's so much of it. But I gotta be honest, there's one in here that I'm pretty sure I've talked about recently, but it's just something that I kept using all the time. And I was like, I'm just gonna keep talking about it because maybe somebody hasn't heard. So just a couple of things from Young Living, and then I've got lots of other fun things to share. I've got some fun beauty favorites too. So I'm gonna start with my Young Living favorites. Where is it? I mean, we all know this is probably going to be on everybody's favorite list. This is the new Thieves Roll-On. I thought this little bottle was very cool. Matches all the other ones. I love the packaging. So here's my little Thieves Roll-On. I have been using this so much, and I didn't think it would make a difference to have this in a roll-on because I regularly have on hand a 15 milliliter, and then often I will have a little small 5 mil, whether it's the Thieves Vitality or if I have there's a couple kits that have the plain 5 mil bottles of Thieves if you don't get the Thieves Vitality in your starter kit. But usually you buy Thieves in a 15 mil, and I always keep it on hand because I use it, I diffuse it, I put it in, gosh, I don't diffuse it as much in combos. I usually tend to diffuse Thieves by itself, but I very often use Thieves to make my own dish soap and hand soap, or I add it to my dish soap, I should say, and then I make my own hand soap. I make my own thieves spray. I do a lot of things like that. And so I was really surprised, and I thought, I want to get this because it's new and I'll love it for travel. And it was great for travel for sure. I had this on hand this last few days and it was wonderful. We just took a couple days away with our little vacation, but I have really been more vigilant and intentional about applying it because sometimes, I mean, I have a skin that is not sensitive to thieves, but sometimes you need to be careful. Some people need to dilute these and not just put it directly onto their skin. And with this one, it's already, they say that it's already been diluted, but when you look at the ingredient list, I would love to hear from other Young Living members. And I probably should just ask someone in my team because they said this was already going to be pre-diluted for application, clearly, because it's in a roll-on. But when you look at the ingredient list, in the ingredient list, it just has the oils that are in the Thieves blend. It doesn't mention a carrier oil, so there may still be, it may still already have been just kind of diluted down into the ratio for putting onto the skin. But from what I can see, there is not a carrier oil in here. So that to say, potato, either way, whether it's diluted or not, this is great for application. It's made for application clearly with the roll-on. If you've not seen it, there's a metal roll-on ball there. But I love this, and I have been putting it on like crazy. I've been applying it on my feet. It's just a really good reminder of applying Thieves. And in the past, like I said, I also haven't applied Thieves because I use the Thieves lozenges and Thieves cough drops so much. But the Thieves lozenges actually just went out of stock, and I'm a little low, which is kind of scary for me because when I get ready to do a show, I use those all the time. But that's usually how I take Thieves internally. So this one has been just a great way to remind me of how to use Thieves because I love it. So this was a big, big favorite, as I'm sure it probably was for a lot of people because it just came out this month. I'm hoping this is a forever product. It looks kind of like it is. It was introduced in the Christmas catalog. I'm really, really hoping. I would imagine it would be just because, you know, it's so practical and so wonderful. But yes, if you guys haven't gotten this already, add this to your Essential Rewards order, to your quick order. And if you are already a member of Young Living, just in case you did not know, all of those new products in the Christmas catalog that were released this month could only be purchased in a quick order through October, but beginning tomorrow on November 1st, you can put those items into your Essential Rewards. They will probably go really fast because people are waiting. The things that aren't already out of stock, people are waiting to add those to their ERs. So if there's something that you want to get out of that Christmas catalog, I'd put your Essential Rewards order through as quickly as you can. So that was my big favorite from Young Living this month. This is a favorite, guys, I talk about all the time, but I reach for this like crazy this month. And I'm almost out. This is just a little bit left in here. And I actually ordered a couple of these for next month just because I don't like running out of this. It's my gateway oil. It's peace and calming. I use it for sleep support. It's relaxing. It's soothing. I wear this all the time. It's my favorite. And so I just reach for this like crazy in addition to using it for sleep support. So I thought I would mention it. So I know I've talked about these things already. And then I've talked about this before. Excuse me, but I just kept reaching for this diffuser combo. I've talked about it in the past because I put this diffuser combo with Eucalyptus radiata. This is rosemary and citrus fresh. And I still love that, and I like making variations on this, but really I just reach for these two together in a diffuser combo all the time. I put this in my car diffuser. It's in my office diffuser right now. I put it in the diffuser in my kitchen in the morning when I get up and I'm kind of working through my morning routine and doing tasks and stuff. Rosemary and citrus fresh has been my go-to. I do either 3 and 3 or 4 and 4, just equal parts, drops, rosemary and citrus fresh, but use at least 3 of each to get the scent profile that I want or that I would recommend. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've talked about it before, but it's just so good. I had to keep talking about it. So those were my main favorites. I mean, I would always say I've got a whole bunch of Young Living products right here because it's on my desk, but I would say that RC is always an honorary favorite because I'm always using it for respiratory support, and I use lavender every single day and Valor all the time. And I like to put Valor right along my jawline and along the back of my neck. Really, really, really love that. Those are the ones that I use every day, but I talk about those all the time. But you know, it's great stuff and I use it for a reason, and they're classics and people love them for a reason. So those are my favorite Young Living products, but I think really in particular the new thing was the Thieves Roll-On. I highly recommend it if you haven't gotten it. Okay, I want to share a couple of books. I was only going to share one, But I have a second book, which I started reading on our little vacation. We left on Sunday. I have been absolutely glued to this book. I am not quite done, so I know it's a little risky. Usually I read the book cover to cover when I share it in my favorites, but I can already tell, even though I haven't quite finished it, that this is going to be one of my favorite reads of the year. If it's gotten a lot of buzz. You may have already heard of it if you're a book person, but if you haven't and you like this kind of read, I'll tell you about it here. Go request this at your library. I've seen that you can buy it at Costco, order it online, get it at Barnes & Noble, your favorite bookstore. So good. I have to share this. This is actually a copy from the library. I got it off of a library hold right before I went on my trip. Really didn't know a lot about it. I had read the sample of it on Kindle and thought, oh, this looks fun. And then it just happened to come in, but I really hadn't heard much. And man, it's so good. So this book is called An Absolutely Remarkable Fame by Hank Green. And if any of you have seen the movie Fault in Our Stars, or is it Paper Towns? There's a couple of movies. John Green is Hank Green's brother. And John Green wrote Turtles All the Way Down, Paper Towns, Looking for Alaska, and Fault in Our Stars, which was a very popular movie. But first off, a very popular book. He writes incredible YA novels, and his brother Hank is amazing. He seems to be some sort of a science techie guy, and this is his first book. You would not know it. This book is so good. So I would put this in a classification of like fun, light fiction, definitely with a seriously science fiction bent. But if you don't love science fiction, I would still check this out. Like if you're not a hardcore science fiction person, don't let that turn you off, because I like science fiction a lot and I like science fiction movies, but I don't typically read like really hardcore science fiction. And this one is just light and fun. It's so good. I have heard there's a cliffhanger ending, spoiler alert. I'm not spoiling anything about the book, but I actually saw something online where people were talking to the author, and it looks like there might be a cliffhanger ending, but never fear, I have read there is a book in the works. I think he is writing the sequel to this right now. So I've heard that when I finish the book, I'm gonna be really excited there's a sequel. This book is so good. So I have to go ahead and just break my rule of having the book read cover to cover. You can see right there. Look at that. Okay, can you even see where my bookmark is? I'm about 3/4 of the way through. I will probably finish this tonight. I picked this up and I could not put it down all weekend. My husband and I were like lounging and hanging out, and I'm much more of a reader than my husband is, and he actually brought a science fiction read with him, and he was reading, we actually were somewhere where it was warm enough to go to a pool, and we sat by a pool for a couple of hours, and I read this and he read his book, and I was laughing because I read all the time, but he doesn't read as much, and I can't wait for him to read this one. So the premise of this book, there is a young girl, she becomes an overnight celebrity. She's just kind of a fledgling college graduate. She works in design, and she has a friend who has a little fledgling YouTube channel. Much different channel than mine, but he has a YouTube channel, and they're living in New York City, and out of the blue, a huge robotic looking statue appears in the middle of a street in New York City. So they decide to go and film this statue kind of as like a, I don't know, kind of like a gag video, or just to say, isn't this interesting? There's art out here. And it's a male statue and it looks like a robot. So they call it a Carl statue, just kind of give it a name. And so they make this funny YouTube video. They think it's gonna be just a lark. He edits it, they upload it to YouTube, they go to sleep. They wake up the next morning. It has become the biggest viral sensation. It ends up being a video that's been there. The narrator is talking about it and says that it ends up being a movie or a video that has been viewed more often than almost anything on the face of the planet. Because the person who is narrating the story is narrating and telling you the story elements, but is someone who it's happened in, like this has already happened, and they're kind of recounting the tale. And so they find out, basically, they wake up in the next morning, they find out these statues have miraculously appeared in all the major cities of the world, and they don't know how they got there, they don't know what happened, no one can figure it out. They call them the Carls. And so all of a sudden, this gal that's in this book, and she's a really kind of feisty, fun narrator, becomes this overnight sensation. And so what's fun is it's this fantastical tale. It's got magical realism in it. You're trying to figure out, are they aliens? Are they not? What's going to happen? That's just the springboard. Like, amazing things happen. A mile a minute stuff is happening all the time. It's fascinating, it's funny, but it also has some really interesting commentary on social media and how people act about social media and how people can get swept up in it. You know, how people become social media stars and then get an unhealthy attachment to being online. So it makes a lot of commentary on those issues, along with being a hilarious and fun book. Apparently some people have called this YA, but it's not. It's definitely just regular fiction, but it's not geared towards kids necessarily. It's so good, guys. I cannot recommend it high enough. It's a fun little science fiction romp, but if you like a really fun, plucky, strong narrator gal, you would love this book. I'll put the link down below. I can't wait to have my husband read it, and I can't wait to finish it because it's so good. And then my book I was originally going to share, which was the only book I was originally going to share, excuse me, I have lots of allergy issues because we've had so much rain. This was the book I was originally going to share, and my cover, for some reason, I think I got a funky copy because this beautiful gold foil, which I don't think normally should come off, has kind of been rubbing off on my book, but don't let that deter you. I think I just got a random copy. I read this one. This one came out October 2nd. I read it in like 2 days flat. I read it so quickly. It's amazing. I knew I was going to share this with you guys since the first week of October. This just happened to be like an extra read that I got really excited about. Totally different gear here. This is called Remember God by Annie F. Downs. And it's this gal's story. Annie is an incredible writer. She's a wonderful speaker. I met her a handful of years ago at a writing conference, and she's just a delight. She's just a dear, dear, sweet girl. And she writes these nonfiction memoir type books about her life, but she also really just shares her faith, is very encouraging. Yeah, she's a person of faith. I still think you would enjoy this book, even if you aren't necessarily a person of faith, because she's talking about her life through her lens. And it's interesting because she basically is writing about the premise of, we know God is good, we know God does wonderful things for us, but is God kind? Like, we know that he's wonderful for people, but you know, she really ended up having this kind of wrestling season in her life where she thought God was going to do some certain things in her life and she didn't see those done, and she just kind of was wrestling with the question, is God kind? I mean, she knows the cerebral answer to that. She is a minister and a speaker and all of those things, but she's just being really real and honest in this book. And so it was just kind of how she wrestled through that and came out on the other side, and talks a lot about her relationship with the Lord. But it's so awesome because it's so real, it's so down to earth. It's not, you know, it's not, what do I say, not churchy, but it's not preachy. It's just her story. It's her life story. It's so, so beautiful. Like I said, I read this so quickly. She's an incredible writer. I read all of her books really fast, but this one I think is her very best yet. It's a beautiful, powerful story. If you just need to be encouraged, if you want really to think about this concept, if you just want to be caught up in a beautiful, beautiful story. I love this, love this, love this. It's probably gonna be one of my favorite books of the year for sure. And I'll put a link down below because it's really good. So it's kind of fun to share these because these two books could not be more different if they tried. Although they're both by really fun people, because Annie is a really fun, awesome gal. And so it's kind of interesting to see her do a book where she gets a little more reflective, because she's very fun and effervescent and does a lot of public speaking. And so she really gets honest and real and gritty in here, and I like that. So those are the two books that I absolutely love. I'll put the Amazon link down below. Remember God by Annie F. Downs, and An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. So good. I want to share really quickly an honorary favorite. I've talked about them a lot on the channel, so I'll just go real quick. But I loved my power sheets, and I love my power sheets every month, but I had kind of gotten so busy in the summer that I dropped off from using them a little bit. And getting, let me see here, reach way over here onto my office box. I shared my unboxing with you guys already in this really happy box, but getting this new container of Loot and the new 2019 power sheets, aren't they gorgeous? I love them, and all the accessories with them. And I'm sorry guys, I know that video I said it was coming, but it really is coming. I just had some problems uploading stuff at the resort we were at, and I'm going to be able to upload it tomorrow. But unboxing those 2019 power sheets really just got me back into remembering to finish the year strong and focus on using my power sheets. So I use them a lot and referred to them in October a lot. I talked to you guys about my October goals. I actually also just put this fun, what I'm learning, this fall printable that I got from Emily Freeman, who's one of my favorite authors. I printed it out and put it in my power sheets so that I can write down the things this fall that I'm learning. And I've shown you this too, but these were my October goals. I'm going to fill out my November goals tomorrow and be talking more about goal setting throughout the end of the year. But I'll put a link down below if you want to get some power sheets, because this was just really one of my favorite tools this month. And I actually meant to bring it in here, but I forgot. So I'll either talk about it next month, but I'll put a link down below. One of the sticker sets that you can use is the Cultivate goal setting sticker sheets. Excuse me, it's stickers that are made to use in your power sheets and your planners just to help you with your goal setting. They also put a separate book of stickers out called the Cultivating Faith sticker set that just has a lot of really lovely sayings and pictures and like phrases that say pray and things like that. Just some really beautiful uplifting stickers. And I started using those a lot. I kind of rediscovered them. I had them, I hadn't been using them for a while. I started using them in my prayer journal and in my regular journal, and really started using those a lot this month because I was looking back at my power sheets. So even though I don't have them here to show you in the video, I'll put a link for those down below too, because they're really helpful and I loved them. So love those things. Check those goodies out. You know, I've talked about that a lot. And then my last subject, man, it's the last October live, so I guess we're gonna go out with a bang, guys. 26 minutes, and I still have my biggest group of favorites to share with you. So thank you for watching. I have a handful of beauty favorites, and I'm clearly not a beauty YouTuber. That is clear. I still have crazy makeup on from traveling all day today. Have some things on my face that I'm just not happy about. No, that's not a beauty mark. No, it's not. But I actually got into a new YouTuber to me this month, and I shared her in my favorite YouTubers of late video in the YouTube live. I've been watching Emily Noel on her channel, and I just love her because she's so down to earth, and she shares all sorts of kinds of makeup from drugstore to high end. And I have really been getting into her channel and enjoying watching her tutorials. And so I picked up all of these ideas for every little bit of this makeup that I'm going to share with you guys from her channel. And I don't normally do that, but I picked these up. I ended up finally finding the right shades. I've been using them all month and I love them. And they have been like a permanent part of my makeup routine now. So I was like, I gotta share. She has a wealth of knowledge. I'll put a link to her page, her channel down below. But again, I found out about all these on her channel. So I have some makeup, I have an eyeshadow palette, and I have 2 lipsticks. Who am I, guys? Who am I? Oh, and a lip pencil, which we'll start with. There's a couple items here from, actually most of these are drugstore and then one high end. I love this. This is the Milani. This is what I would edit out. Have a little bit of a tickle in my throat because of the weather. This is Milani Color Statement Lip Liner, True Instant Color in Spice or 09. This thing is literally $3 and it's so, so pretty. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to turn the lights down just so you can see the true color swatch here. That is the color of this spice color. I actually have it on right now. The lighting is not great in here, and I have makeup that I applied quite a long time ago on, as you can probably tell, because I did not have time to freshen my makeup. But for the price, the color, this stays on really, really well. I know that's really bright. Don't worry, I'll show you guys the swatches. This is great, and you can't beat the price, can't beat the color, can't beat the color. You sharpen it yourself. It's you just need a pencil sharpener for it, but I love this, and this is gonna stay in my collection. It's just, you can put this on all by itself and then put like a clear gloss over it, but it's also a perfect liner for all different shades of lipstick, so I love that. And then this was kind of an honorary favorite that just snuck in. I did not expect this to be something I would love. I picked this one up on a whim because it was at my grocery store, drugstore makeup section. It was on sale and I wasn't even sure I was gonna get the right color. And I guessed, and I got lucky. I never get lucky. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Long Wear Shaping Stick Foundation. I love a good stick foundation, y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna have to turn this light off for just a hot second. So you can see it there. But it's basically just, you know, my color here. I guessed at the color, it's 402 Nude Beige. I'm wearing, I don't even think, no, I'm not wearing this today, actually. which is not a good YouTube thing. Usually share the makeup, you wear it. Didn't have time to put a lot of makeup on. So this is great if you want to just go real quick on the go. I love a stick makeup. You just put it all over, blend it out with your brush. But I was surprised at how much I liked this. I did not expect to like this that much because I've been using kind of some high-end bougie foundation, I'm not gonna lie. I tried out a new product at Sephora that I love that I'm gonna go buy. I'll probably tell you about next month. And I bought some of the most expensive foundation I've ever bought for me from Sephora when I was doing a show last month. I needed to have good foundation because I was wearing it every day for performing. And so this was just kind of a buy on a whim because it was so affordable, and I'm so glad it worked. So definitely gonna wear this one more. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick Foundation. And just so you know, it does have an SPF 27 sunscreen, which is great. So I actually used this on our trip when I needed a little bit of sunscreen and some color, and it was great. So very surprised I love that one, but I sure did. And then I think I'm gonna turn the light on and then I'll share the swatches with you at the end. Oh wait, before I do lipsticks, which have swatches, this is another one I loved. Found out about this on Emily Noel's channel. This is the City Mini Palette by Maybelline. Yes, I kept the package to show you. This is what the package looks like. Turn it over and you see this. This line of these City Mini palettes, Maybelline City Mini palettes, come in multiple colors, and there were some other lines that looked incredible. But Emily had recommended the All About Matte. No, 480 Matte About Town. Can you tell that I'm not a makeup YouTuber? But this was so good. I watched her do a tutorial of this eyeshadow and wasn't sure if I could duplicate it or not, but I saw it. It was very affordable. Used it. I put a little bit of it on tonight. It's not, I've definitely done my makeup better with this, but I had slapped it on. And this is a great little palette. It's just got every color you need right there. It blends really, really well. I love this stuff. So there are different shades, but again, I have the Matte About Town, and just so you can see it, they're really pretty shades. So really, really like this one. Very affordable at the drugstore. And then I've got two lipsticks, guys. I'm gonna turn the light off real quick here so you can see it. This is from the drugstore. This is high-end. Love them both. This is the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine. This is nice because it's really, really pretty packaging, and it's kind of made to feel and look a little bit like a luxe lipstick. But this was $6.99, $7 at the drugstore. Love it. This is nice because it goes on with like a gloss shimmer, but it feels really luxurious. It doesn't feel like a cheap drugstore lipstick. This is in Varnished Rosewood 904, and it doesn't show up that much on my hand. So you can see it's pretty light, but you see the sheen, but it goes on darker on your lips for sure. This color is amazing. I will keep this probably all the time in my purse. It can go over lipsticks or just be worn by itself. I love it. And then this is gorgeous and very high-end for me. This is the Dior Rouge Ultra Rouge lipstick in 843 Ultra Crave. And I've never seen a formulation like this. It's funny because apparently this is a trend. Don't they look very similar in how they come on in their application? But this stuff is so dark, guys. But it's awesome. This is like the perfect shade for fall. And that's actually looking a little, not quite true to shade on my hand. In the frame there, it looks a little more reddish, but this is like a real dark, plummy color, and it doesn't take much. I mean, I didn't even really try it on because if I put it on over this, it would be way too dark. It's just a little goes a long way. I've never had a formulation like this. It doesn't feel like you have lipstick on. It feels really light. Kind of feels like you're putting a lip gloss or lip balm on, but then you get all this color. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful. I love Dior lipsticks. They are totally worth it. So there is the lip liner and the two lipsticks. That's the L'Oreal gloss, and that's the lipstick from Dior. Love, love, love them. I will put the links to all these things down below. So if you're still watching, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. I know I've never had that many beauty favorites, but I just enjoyed finding a bunch of random, both drugstore and one high-end thing from the makeup lines that I really loved. I really enjoyed that this month. So Guys, thanks again for watching. It really means a lot that you are watching these live videos. I really appreciate it. I'll put the links to everything, like I said, down below after I've posted the video live so that you can find these things. Let me know what your favorite things are in October. And it just means the world that you've watched these videos. So going forward, I'd love to hear more of the types of videos you want to see. If you watch my channel for essential oil videos, let me know the kinds of topics you want me to cover. If you watch for just lifestyle favorites and things like that, I would love, love, love to hear the kinds of videos that you guys want to see, because I want to make content that helps you, serves you, that you enjoy, because I'm making these videos truly for you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody has had a wonderful and safe Halloween if you're watching live and you're watching the replay. And whether it's daytime or the evening, wherever you are, if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. And I've got videos coming down the pike for you. I'm really excited to film them and also to upload them tomorrow. So thanks again for watching. This was so much fun, guys. And I will keep going live, of course, in November, just not as frequently. But I'm definitely going to be sharing more lives throughout the end of the year, too. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye. See you soon.